What's the 4-letter words that stop us from succeeding? Start with an F.
Yeah.
And it's not beep. You know, every time when the F word is used in BBC or in the news, they cover it up with a beep. It's not that. This is how you get to swear on stage. Does anyone know what the word I'm looking for?
Fear.
It is actually fear. Fear can stop you from succeeding, can stop you from achieving your goals. But first of all, what does fear mean? Did someone say beep everything and run? No? What does it mean? What does fear mean? False what? Sorry?
False evidence appearing.
That's actually an acronym. The real meaning of fear is anticipation of pain. Anticipation of pain. It's in the future. If I were to ask you to raise your hand tomorrow, raise your hand tomorrow. You can't do it, it's in the future. Well, I'm not talking about fear of danger. That is real. If there were a lion to come in this room, I'll be the first one to run. I'm talking about the fear that actually happens in our mind. The fear that only we can feel and see. I'm talking about the fear of failure. Some people have a fear of failure that actually stops them from achieving their goal because they are so feared that they're going to fail. But remember, all the successful people in the world have gone through a massive amount of failure before becoming successful. Tony Robbins says there's no failure, only feedback. The next one is fear of success. Yeah, believe it or not, some people actually fear success. What if I'm successful? I won't be able to cope. I won't have enough friends. As a result, they don't actually push themselves for success. They stay where they are. Fear of success. We have fear of rejection. Fear of rejection. Some people might have this fear of rejection. As a matter of fact, they don't actually look for partners because of fear of rejection, and they choose to be single. Fear of rejection. And fear of love. Because of a previous relationship, maybe a previous partner cheated on them, they are fear of being loved, and they actually avoid having a relationship or being loved. But out of those, all the fears of all, one of the most number one feared of all, does anyone know?
Public speaking.
That's right. Public speaking. After death, number one most feared thing of all is public speaking. I had a massive fear of public speaking. About 5 years ago, if someone were to ask me to give a speech in front of people, in front of a group of people, I'd be terrified, let alone giving a speech in front of a group of people. I couldn't even give a speech in front of a mirror because my reflection would be looking at me. I was that scared. But at the same time, I had a passion for speaking. I wanted to become a speaker. And I had to take some action. Then I went to a seminars, and I was made to walk on fire. And then at a different seminar, I actually put an arrow on my neck and I wrote on it, fear of public speaking. Some of you might say, oh, this is a bit silly. Walking on fire, putting arrow on your neck. It's a bit silly, isn't it? Do you think so? It's actually a metaphor. It's a metaphor. Walking on fire and the arrow on your neck doesn't actually mean anything. It's the meaning that you give to it. You're actually giving your subconscious mind a direct meaning. If you could do this, you could do anything. So I give it that meaning. For me, when I was breaking that arrow, when I was walking on that fire, for me, it's like a metaphor. I've used it. I've done this. I mean, I could do anything in my life. Choose a fear that you currently have. I'll give you 2 seconds. Now, Now imagine a moment in your life when you overcame some challenges. Yeah? It could be the moment that you first gave your speech here. It was very stressful, isn't it? Being here on stage. Now you could use this as a metaphor to get rid of any fear or anything in your life, really. I would like to end my speech with a quotation from Will Smith, where he says, "Fear is not real. It's a product of your thought that you create." Don't get me wrong, he says. Danger is real, but fear is a choice. Thank you.